Okay, hello, welcome back to This Bed We Made, where we were snooping, and then we left off. I'm just gonna...
I can probably find the rest of what I need in the basement.
We need to find something in the basement. It's not Nathan, really. But I forget where we left off. But hello, how is everyone? Hopefully you're all doing good. I know that we were at like 59% progress. Candle it. I can handle it. I candle it. I don't know. We've got a whole bunch of things that have exclamation marks on them for progress. We've got characters that we may have met some new characters, guests, or, you know, found out about. Other people as well. Mr. Beaumont and Raymond look very much like the same guy with the hair slashed in a different direction. Okay, the two ladies were also having an affair, and then we're looking for the other key, which we're going to make with candles in the basement. It is not us with the candlestick in the basement. This is not seemingly not a murder mystery like Cluedo, but who knows? Maybe it might become one. Let's see. Ba-ba-ba-bum. Here to discover what's going on. Say no to divorce. It really wants us to say no to divorce, doesn't it? Okay. Last time we were down here, I don't know if anywhere was locked off. Did we even see any candles? It's actually very framey right now.
I can't believe he would do something like that. He's worked with us for years. He's always been loyal. Is there anything you might have said or done to anger him?
What are you saying? That I deserved it?
No, of course not.
It's about the guy that left the window open and, you know, hated the place, perhaps?
Well, oh, never mind. What are you going to do now?
Fire him. What else? I've already had Andrew type his termination letter. Now I've got to find.
You did not stop Eugene from getting fired by Ben. Were we meant to?
I'm pretty sure we can get it in tomorrow's Montreal.
If we didn't, then Andrew would have got fired, right? Because of covering up for our mistakes. So cause and effect. Oh yeah, he slipped over. That's what happened. Guess they're just going to start typing and talking now.
It's locked.
Yeah, we're sort of getting a recap with events that are going on with our decisions. We can throw things away. We could have stopped someone from getting fired, but you know. Okay, someone's locker's open, which is interesting.
Andrew? Gosh, I hardly recognized you. Guess this is from a different lifetime.
Did he go to the same convent as the other person? Have we suddenly discovered something?
Figures that if you were going to break any rules, it'd be the ones about which books you can or cannot read.
Can't read Les Miserables? Essence concerning human understanding, Madame Bovary, critic of pure reason, Candide. But he hasn't read on the revolutions of the heavenly spheres. I guess that one's space, you know, so that one would be not allowed. And the second sex de Beauvoir. I don't know why some of the early ones would be prohibited by Bible people, but what do I know?
What happened to you before you came to Montreal? Why don't you want to go back home?
Hello, my little ravioli. I hope this letter finds you well. I have been thinking about you a lot, praying for you every Sunday and more. You're always on my mind. I hope you still like Montreal. I heard it's getting quite cold up there. Don't go out without a jacket and gloves. I know. You always rolled your eyes whenever I said that. Frostbites are no joke. Don't go out without jacket and gloves, or a jacket and gloves. I don't know. A jacket and gloves just sounded weird. I'm hoping you write back soon. The boys have been asking about you, and even though you think they like to make fun of you, I know they really miss you. Everyone misses you. Nobody cares about what happened except you, my darling. Just come home whenever you're done, whatever you're doing. I keep telling your brother that God has the boldest plans for you, and that his problem is you can't see that. I've always seen it, my angel. Marcia at the grocery store said, let it go, let it go. Let go and let God. I trust your faith, my son. I really do, whatever it takes, so long as you're on your way back home. I'll cook you a real ossobuco when you do. That's something you can't find in Montreal. God's by your side, Ma. Okay. Also got juice and tea. Well, I mean, can't we just leave it partially open? It was sort of partially open so that we could suspect it. Now he's going to know that we're Snoop no matter what.
People don't usually leave these unlocked.
Well, that opened late without me clicking it. Okay, she's got a very, one of those keep cutters. Eugene, half the washing machines are out of order. Because of this, I won't be able to finish our current load in time. Beth will be forced to offer guests an apology and discount. Please fix the machines before Bernard kills me. Rebecca. One pair of pants. So is this Eugene's locker or is this Rebecca's? Eugene's. Maybe someone broke into it now that he's getting fired. X marks the spot. Okay, there's a sofa, there's some pillars. Is this in reception? Something somewhere. Okay, so something in a room with some sort of sofa, something in the middle, and some sort of island thing. I don't know what that is. Not down here, I don't think. Okay. None of this is candles. But, let's have a look in the back rooms of the break rooms. The door partially left open, of course.
Tempting, but every penny adds up, Sophie.
Can I not take the dirty cup?
But every penny adds up, Sophie.
I thought I saw it change there for a moment.
Now's not the time to pick up smoking, Sophie.
Apologize. I'm not the one who should be apologizing.
You're such an idiot. I can't believe that I fell in love with you.
Wait.
What?
They pushed the door open, they leaving in another room. Oh no, they're getting a divorce.
There. I don't want it anyway.
Okay, so she gave back engagement ring or wedding ring. She's gonna sit there crying, I guess. Have you heard there's a famous movie director staying in 602? Yes, I was there when he checked in. I don't know who he is, but he must be really important because Bernard was almost licking his boots. Even let the man bring his dogs into the hotel. Shooting a picture in Montreal? Heard he's here on Scout, but I'm not sure what that means. Maybe he's doing a picture on Boy Scouts. Do you really think he'll shoot in a hotel? I hope he does. Imagine. We could meet famous actors like James Dean. I hope the director has supernatural powers. Because Dean Winchester is very much dead. What? James Dean's dead? Yeah, probably. Talk about books. Whose book club is that? Andrew's. Well, they've left their snooping everywhere. Okay, so this is still the same newspaper. Same newspaper. One's playing cards. Aces. 3 aces. Aces. A deck full of aces, I see. Everyone has a full hand of 5 aces. Unbeatable poker hands. The 9 of Ninemans is very well known as well, but you know, when you've got 5 aces, I don't think anyone can beat you.
Don't worry, Gossiper. I'm coming back to you. I still haven't learned all of Gracie Jones' secrets.
A lipstick that lasts all the way down to the red carpets. Okay. Raphael Cosmetic.
This must be
Agatha
the first
Christie.
read. Or one of them, anyway.
Goldenberg edition.
Syracuse. I guess Andrew went there on holiday or something.
Hanover Bookstore. Syracuse, New York. Literally has its location on the thing. There's a key there.
Gotta hold on to these tight.
Is this our key that we couldn't get earlier because we were not allowed to come in here? That says master key though. Well, let's take it. I guess it's our key. And then we should return the other ones because we've got our keys. Just so that people don't know that we've, you know, borrowed someone else's keys. We have our actual keys now, and someone might be looking for those other keys, and if we have them, we'll get into trouble, right? Whoever keeps taking my lunch, I want my Tupperwares back. Or as it appears there, Jopperexes.
Candles, candles, candles. I think Rebecca keeps a stash of them, but where?
With the forks? Because they're 4 candles? Santa always greets the clients with a fork. He'd like Satan. Okay. They don't like Sandra much, do they? Okay. Okay, well, Nicole scored 0 with a deck full of aces. That's impressive. Oh, but you realise the person with the lowest score wins, right? Okay, well, no, that means she actually was winning. That actually makes sense. You know, if you've got a deck full of aces, the aim is to not win, so you have to get the lowest score. So you don't want to make 5 pairs. You want to get the random card that isn't an ace somehow in the deck. Okay. Complaints about someone going through their belonging. Anyone who has information on this, they want the person swiftly reprimanded. If they don't tell on us, then everyone's going to get in trouble. So, we trusted the right person with the fact that we're snooping through everything. Because we're probably going to get fired. At the very least, we're getting sent down to the space station. Barbara always wears appropriate makeup. Be like the Joker. Mary always makes sure her uniform fits perfectly, because otherwise she wouldn't be able to breathe underwater with the tentacles and fish. Any more stupid things? This one? It's your job to prank others? Put bins of water above the door and make them wear a dunce cap and then laugh at them whilst you throw a brain at them and put banana peels in front of them? I guess that's meant to be a wet wash. Some random guest's brain that they've ripped out and they're ready to throw at that person. Obviously. Okay. So. Whoever has the candles, they're probably in their locker, right? Have I been through this locker? Disposable tissues. Laundry room? Okay. They're probably going to be in the laundry room. Okay, put the master key back, because we've got our own now. Don't want to get into trouble for having it. Sandra's just a normal person. They didn't mess with Sandra. Okay, they haven't messed with anyone in here.
I wish I understood you better, Yvette. You and Wendy had such a close friendship. Why
We've already been through Yvette's locker. Susan! Feel like we've been through that one as well. We're just going to check in case some other people's lockers are now open that weren't before. Wendy just has a comb.
Limits.
Carol. Carol's the newbie. We've read that one.
It's locked.
The hidden enemy. Visible forces lurking in your shadows. Okay. Deviant, apparently. Nicole.
Off limits. Open sesame? Nope. No.
There's some lockers are definitely open that weren't open before.
Haven't gotten any tips so far today.
Out. Aridienne's legacy.
It's locked.
And then Rebecca's locker's open. VIP gets on her nerves. Okay. Teeny. Who feeds dogs $4 roast beef? I can't even afford $4 roast beef myself. I feel like this is a new one, so maybe I should have read the whole thing. Don't usually do special orders, but Bernard is adamant that we make his wish come true. Do I look like goddamn genie? Not even the worst of it, though. Every night, he barges in the kitchen as if he was at home, asking for meat for his precious little terriers. Who feeds dogs $4 roast beef? I can't even afford that myself.
So you do have a stash of candles. But where is it?
Kitchen's out of power again. I can barely see a thing. Bernard wants us to continue working, but I'm not risking chopping off my fingers for that, blowhard. Didn't you start hoarding candles since the last power outage? I remember you saying that you never wanted to get caught in the dark basement again. Where's your stash? I need it urgent, please, Bobby. A good job they left that partially open.
I'm good.
Guess we're not going in there. I didn't close the door after myself. You know, it's only the staff rooms and things, but still. I don't want people to know that we've been snooping. Towels, plenty of towels. Maybe some of them are bed sheets. Okay. We're not going to turn on every single sink for the sake of it. The washing machines are not broken. The problem comes from the pipes. They're completely frozen. It's only a matter of time before they burst and flood the entire basement. I brought Bernard about this issue last winter, but of course he only cares about renovating the parts of the hotel the guests can see. Alright, that nice facade, everything is crumbling. I'll see what I can do, but it's not maintenance we need. It's a freaking miracle, usually. Okay, so he's the engineer from Star Trek. He's not a miracle worker. Emery, Ivory, and Dobby. So for anyone that has adverts, everyone's now to stop other adverts. Can we do anything about the pipes? Are we going to make them explode? Is this a industrial flattener? Like a industrial level ironer for the big sheets and things? So that's interesting. Didn't know those things existed, but hey, saves sin and ironing everything if you can just put it through one of these and it flattens it out perfectly. Zoe's choice. Okay. Paper note with funny drawing, red lipstick. Okay, these are codes. Business cards, cigarette pack, silver ring, $1 bill, green pen, a movie script, $20 in loose change. I guess they're missing person's stuff. This must be the lost and found.
Ooh,
Okay.
is this a movie script?
Northwesterly direction by E.L. Needs more murderers, add a tornado. On a cut scene from the nose, best part of the script. See if James Stewart is available. Can I not pick it up? I think if we could return it to the guy that's in the movie room. 216. I think he might like that. Probably his script, and he's probably looking for it. I can't go in there either. Okay. Now, do I need to specifically throw that away to find something underneath it? Oh my god. It's going to be in every single drawer, isn't it? I have to go through every drawer. X marks the spot. It's over there. This is the room with the X marks the spot treasure. I recognize it. Archers. Took me a while to recognize it, but once we were going through the drawers, I absolutely recognized it. There's a candle.
Stash uncovered. Rob, you won't mind if I just take one, right?
The one that's just hanging there on its own.
candle.
Yeah, they won't miss that.
Now, what next?
Now we melt the candle. We put the key in it. No. We've got the foam. We put the foam around the key. We set the foam. We then melt the candle wax into the hole that's there and make a duplicate out of wax. Nothing else.
Let's see if Andrew is around.
Where would he be? Is he going to be in reception? Or is he going to be in the break room? Oh, convenient.
There you are.
I'm not sure I understand what the plan is here.
Well, I remember reading a spy novel.
We should have shut the door
Can't
after
remember
ourselves,
exactly, it
though.
wasn't that good. In which they used wax and plaster to make a key mold. I'm thinking we could do the same.
Are you sure it's gonna work?
Sure? No. In the novel, they used a special kind of wax, not candle wax.
Yeah, because
But
candle wax is going to fall
shot.
apart when we try to turn the
You're
key,
right.
and
So let's
it's
do
not
this,
going to work at
shall we?
all. You need a much harder wax that will actually hold up to opening the lock. This is just going to
First
leave a
step,
broken bit of wax.
Pour the wax, I suppose? Careful, though. The pot's probably hot.
I think the first step should be put the
That's it. Nicely done.
other stuff so that we can put a mold.
Next step, put the key in the wax, right?
Because I think plaster is even weaker than
Better wait a few seconds before removing it.
wax.
Looks good. Pretty sure you can take it out now. I think we're almost done. All that's left is to pour the plaster from the cup into the mold.
That plaster of Paris is even weaker than wax. It's going to crumble and fall apart the instant that we try to do anything. There's no way that this is going to make a usable key.
Good job. So now we wait until it's dry, I guess.
How long do you think it's gonna take?
A few minutes, probably. We can poke it every now and then to check.
I bet you didn't think you'd be making a plaster key today, huh?
No. But I like it. I feel like I'm in one of those novels I spend my days reading.
Oh, we learned that he reads banned books.
Have you ever read banned books?
What do you mean?
You know, books banned by the church. I heard, Copernicus is a pretty interesting read.
Huh. Funny you should say that. It's on my list, actually. Although I can confirm it takes a more scientific mind than mine to enjoy it.
I suppose there's a reason why those books are illegal, right?
Well, the church did persecute Galileo for saying the Earth revolved around the sun, and not the other way around. So, even as a man of the cloth, I don't mind saying their judgment isn't always the best.
How do you get your hands on those books? It must be pretty hard.
Well, if you know the right people in the right bookstores, you can get your hands on just about anything. It
As long as
takes
it's a
lot of
book.
time and money, though. Sometimes these books come from halfway across the globe.
Really? It must be so nice for writers to know their books travel around the world like that. Have you ever thought about...
Where are her legs?
Oh,
She's
right.
got one leg.
Oh.
Where's the other one?
Oh, no. I'm terrible.
So you've tried?
I thought for a while it would be my true calling, but one of my roommates read my manuscript and assured me it wasn't for me. And what about you? Do you write?
Not really. I mean, I have this journal in which I write about my day and stuff, you know? And sometimes I scribble down some story ideas, but I've never had the time to properly develop them.
Hey, why don't you come over sometime? We could read each other's writing. What do you think?
Okay, why not? Just promise not to laugh.
I won't laugh at yours if you don't laugh at mine.
That's what she
But
said.
seriously, I'm sure you're underselling yourself. With all the things you see in guests' rooms, that brain of yours must be bursting with great ideas.
Maybe. We'll see.
Oh, look. I think our key double is dry and ready to go.
I can't believe it worked. I could not have done this without you.
Well, I'm glad I was able to be of some help.
I don't think
I
that
should
very
get back upstairs,
thin
though.
plaster of
I've
Paris
been gone
key is
far
going
too
to
long
work.
already. Let me know how it goes with the key. Oh, and you should probably be careful when you turn it. Otherwise, it could break inside the lock.
Yeah, I think
be
it's
careful.
definitely going to break
Thank
inside the
you for
lock.
everything.
There's
You're welcome, Sophie.
no way that a plaster of Paris key is going to not break inside the lock. Okay, we clean up the evidence. We don't leave evidence that we've been melting and copying our guests' keys. We would definitely be fired for that. We can't go in there. Erupt. I guess he left the door open because we were coming out. Interesting that we caught him going in there and it didn't didn't leave that door open. Okay. The risky attempt at opening a door that we didn't want to open. The void? Was that meant to be in the void? Oh my god. We're in the back rooms. Did we accidentally go to the parking lot? You would not get off the elevator on this one. This is the back room. We're not meant to be here. Get everything loaded in. Are we inside a room that we're not meant to be in? I may have pushed through a wall that we're not meant to be in. We're in some random bathroom now. This is fine. God, they've got champagne in here. Sorry for the mess.
Oh boy, someone's been living it up.
Let's not question how we got in this room. Do we want to clean this room? Is this the room that we're meant to be cleaning? 506. I mean, we're in it now. I probably should clean it up. They really had a pretty good celebration here. But first, we're going to quickly use this key, because otherwise, you know, we might get caught in rooms that we're not meant to be in. This is not the room. We need to put the Do Not Disturb sign back up as well. Okay. Be quick about it. We opened this, right?
Be careful, Sophie. You don't want this key to break.
That wouldn't move very quickly.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah, of course it breaks. There's no sensitivity. It just either turns or it doesn't. At least it opens.
Damn it. It's stuck.
Mm-hmm. Suspicious. I don't think there was any way not to break it.
Unlike my favorite bar, this one was black. Her alliterative name will surely take you back. These two sure love their riddles.
Okay. And Atlanta, I noticed yours pretty worn down, so I decided to buy you a new one. I hope you like it. Since you enjoy them so much, here's a decent little puzzle to figure out the combination. 2 5-letter words are the key, both related to her history. Unlike my favorite bar, this one is black. Her alternative name will surely take you back. From the first one, take the last 2. From the last one, take the first. No, from the first one, take the first 2. From the last one, take the last 2. Her alternative name will surely take you back. So FTFO. I don't know, for FTLT. Okay. Unlike my favorite bar, this one is black.
There's a lot of stuff in here. I don't think I've looked at everything yet.
Okay. I hope you get better. Try to rest today. I'll bring you hot soup after class. Okay, we had to click the same thing 60 times, which wasn't obvious.
Let me guess. You said yes.
Okay. Postman Always Rings Twice is playing at the News Theatre tonight. It's based on the novel. Okay, I can barely listen to the date to listen. Sister Leslie. All I can do is look at your lips and imagine kissing you. Can't wait for tonight. Okay, it's nice that that already translated it for us. All I do is look at your lips and imagine kissing. Okay. Dear Anne, I just heard Doris Day on the radio and it made me think of how much I love you. Sentimental journey, counting every mile of the railroad that takes back. Last time I was in Texas, but like I'm coming home. Now, strangely, I feel away from home. Wish you were here with me. Blah, blah, blah. I can hardly believe it's been 5 weeks since we saw each other. You're always in my head. Everything reminds me of you. Not only songs on the radio, but silly things like flowers in our garden, the smell of your shampoo. When people say the word darling, I can hear you say it in your lovely French accent, darling. My family seems to notice my odd behaviour, but of course I can't tell them about you. Even though I wish I could, I feel like climbing on the roof of the tallest building in Austin, shouting my feelings to you at the top of my lungs. God, I sound like a teenager in love for the first time. Maybe I am. Sometimes I'm scared that all this time with you was nothing but a dream too good to be true. I'm afraid that when I return to Montreal, I realize you never existed, or if you do exist, you don't remember me. Wish I had a picture of the 2 of us, so I can know for sure it was real. I long for your embrace and taste your sweet lips. M. Dear Anne, sorry it took me so long to answer the last letter. It's been 6 months since I left Montreal. You were saying the time passes easy. My parents are glad I'm done with my studies. They always thought it was a strange idea for me to go to university. Now they want me to have a husband and children like other women. I think I will. These past few months, I've had a lot of time to reflect on our relationship. You know my feelings to you, and I hope you never forget how much I love you. But we cannot hide our heads in the sand any longer. We were lucky that our story lasted as long as it did, and foolish to think it would last forever. Our love is forbidden, hiding it from my family, proving more and more difficult every day. It will always have a special place in my heart, but I believe the time for us to go our separate ways. It made me feel like a teenager. You made everything but the present disappear. Now I need to be an adult and think about my future. Sincerely, Ed.
Damn it. It's stuck.
We should definitely put the letters back. I can't even close the suitcase. Now, where did we get the key from? On this plate. Ambient occlusion as it turns back.
Clarington Hotel reception desk. Andrew speaking.
Hey, Andrew. Got a minute?
I always have time for you.
I opened the chest in room 507.
Huh?
But the key's stuck.
Yeah, well, the key did break inside the lock. I hope this won't lead back to us.
If it does, we can always skip town, forge new identities, change our fingerprints. So, what's in the chest?
A riddle.
A riddle?
I think it was written by Mrs. Beaumont for Mrs. Cruz. And I think the answer will give me the combination for a case I found in room 509. I could use your help with it, though.
That's awesome. I love riddles. Tell me, which part's causing you trouble?
Unlike my favorite bar, this one was black.
Bar,
Do you know
black
what this
sheep.
could mean?
This really isn't my area of expertise. Hey, Beth, you know bars, right?
Well, not all of them.
What about one that has a color in its name? Like the Orange Chair or the Blue Lagoon or something?
Well, there's the White Cat, but I don't think that's your crowd.
Okay,
Oh,
so it's
then not for
WH.
me, but thanks. Did you get that, Sophie?
Yeah, I did. But I'm not sure I understand what it means.
Well, if her favorite bar isn't...
No, I want to ask the other clue.
then it means we're looking for...
A black cat.
Exactly. So maybe you should look around to see if there's some reference to a black cat in Mrs. Beaumont's stuff.
Okay, I will.
Is there anything else?
Here's another one. Her alliterative name will surely take you back.
Intriguing.
Yeah, I'm not sure what alliterative
It means the pen name
means.
of an
Oh,
author.
it's a series of words that start with the same sound or letters. Like perpetual peril. Does that help you?
A little bit. It could mean a lot of things, though.
You should look for a name and surname that start with the same letter. And I think the take you back part is a clue as well. It sounds familiar. Maybe it's a quote from a book or lyrics from a song. If that's the case, you should look for writers or singers' names.
All right. Yeah, that'll narrow my search. You're much better at riddles than I am.
And you're much better at snooping, so we complete each other. Anything else I can help you with?
No, that's all. Thank you.
My pleasure. I'm just glad I could finally put my riddle-solving skills to good use. Call me when you've opened that case.
You know I will.
That doesn't help. I thought that might be a clue. It might have like the sister's name or something in. We're looking for a black cat, it said, but I don't think we can find a black cat. Okay, I can't put the sign back on for the do not disturb.
So, I need to find something related to a black cat and a person whose first and last names start with the same letter.
Or... Okay, so we need to find the name of the black cat. So we do need to actually find a black cat. It's not Paul. Mel. Bell. Nels. No. Go. Are there other matching letters? EP. Brute force. Okay. Clues. Various tools have been used to develop pictures. Snoop. Okay. Orange lipstick stain. Violet lipstick stain. Montreal. Michael's letter. Postcards. This is Bercy. Director Donald's. Christmas. Bridget Boswell. Adam or Eve? I mean, does it need to be a 5-letter word, it was saying? Because that's not a 5-letter word, but apple is. It's Boswell. Apple. Cat collar. Greta. So GR. E. R. L. It can't be apple. Unless I've got the letters wrong. Is it LE? No, it's Gia, Greta, so it'd be TA. But that's not possible. It has to be G. R. Okay, maybe there's more alliteration. It's like notes. Jesus. Your husband's letter. No caption. Rings. White Cat's restaurants. I mean, that doesn't have any sort of clues. That's just a misleading clue, I guess. Her alliterative name will take you back. So, Bridget Boswell. Adam or Eve. Blurb? RB? Can't be RB. No, it can't be RB. Not True Grit. Not G.I. Joe. Gremlin. Not helping. Ray. Grass. Riddle. I mean, II is the only alliterative letters here. I feel like we've done every combination. Grogu. This is not making sense because we've done every alliterative combination. Unless it's not GR. Which doesn't make sense.
So, I need to find something related to a black cat and a person whose first and last names start with the same letter.
Well, we've found Bridget Boswell and we've found the black cat's collar. I guess we've got to find it all again. Donald Byron, that's not it. Okay, Warm Wishes.
Funny how some games really stand the test of time. I used to play this with Mom all the time.
Don't think any of that's it. Okay, Howard's the duck. Had we not read that? That marks as though we haven't read that. Louis? Okay, I've met with Louis and he asked me to give you the enclosed letter. I think he reiterated some of our accusations your wife abuse. Regardless of divorce in Quebec, I understand that you heard. I do not think antagonizing your husband is very wise at the moment. Don't forget me in court at 11. Friendly reminds that the fees are due in January. Cannot work pro bono. Interesting. Adam or Eve, Bridget Boswell. Yep, so this is Bridget Boswell. Adam or Eve, none of those are 5 letters. Nor is Bridget or Boswell. That is the alliteration. There's a collar. It says Greta. Oh.
So, I need to find something related to a black cat and a person whose first and last names start with the same letter.
Yep, Bridget Boswell and Greta. What if I've got them the wrong way around and it's BBTA? That even possible? Nope. Bridget. Nope. EL. Bridget Boswell, Greta. This is stupid. I found the things, but they're not making the work of the clues.
So, I need to find something related to a black cat and a person whose first and last...
I should wait till I have more to report before calling Andrew.
Yeah, but the thing is, I've got the clues and they're not opening it. Greta. It can't even be Apple because there's no E. I'm going to very carefully press every single letter because this is... Because we've gone through, we know it's Bridget Boswell. Know that it's Greta. He says, go careful. I've been through every combination. I broke my mouse there somehow. So, okay. Funny, because I definitely did that. Did you see that? It said no, no. Oh, actually, yes, no, you got it right. Dumb puzzle is dumb. Because I did try Gris several times.
That novelist, Bridget Boswell, is actually you, Marcela?
Or should I say, Bridget? You know I prefer a good crime story, but last week I came upon a romance novel, an intriguing title, and they were roommates. I bought it on impulse from the train station, read it from cover to cover during the journey. Can you imagine my surprise when I recognised our story? You may have changed the names and locations. All your moments are there. Okay, so we were meant to probably find Bridget, and they were roommates. And where did we get the IS from that? Anyway, our endless discussions in the dorm on a first date theatre in Quebec City, European writers and thieves, are never fully understood till now. It has been almost 10 years since I received your last letter. The letter that painted our relationship as nothing more than a summer fling. First, I could not believe you had written these words. Then I waited in vain for your answer. I had to accept your love for me had never been real. For many years, I was broken-hearted, angry, confused. I questioned the nature of our feelings, of our attraction, and made many wrong decisions. But this book, your book, am I foolish to think it's proof that you really love me? In any case, I hope you're well. I'm happy to see you accomplish your dream of becoming a writer. Très sincerement, with sincere, or yours sincerely, the equivalent of.
Man, murder might be a bit much, but you deserve some kind of justice.
I didn't expect you to reply to my letter, but I'm happy to see I was wrong. Your words have comforted me in a great time of great stress. If only Lou is half the man you say Hector is. He has quite a temper and hits me frequently. I am willing to put up with this as long as it doesn't hurt Michael, but there are some days when it becomes almost unbearable. The other day, I dreamt of our first date. We were watching The Postman Only Rings Twice again. We were in the middle of the movie. You were Luna Turner and I was John Garfield. We were both plotting to kill my husband. I hate to admit it, but I almost hope it was premonitionary. That's your question. I do still have our box. My brother is currently in Atlanta for work, and I was thinking of going to see him, Michael, next month. You know, to meet me there, we could open the box together and laugh at the silly things we thought important all those years ago. I hope to hear from you soon. Just the server. Do you remember the secret language we invented so Sister Miller couldn't understand the notes we were passed in class? I still do.
I do like a happy ending. I just hope that's where your story is headed.
Thank you for sending me a signed version of your last novel. I think it's the greatest work yet. But I do have quite a few comments to make the next one even better. First, I believe Rose should be more concerned with what she deserves than what her husband deserves. He may not deserve the pain she will cause by leaving him, but they both deserve to be happy. And they won't be as long as they remain together, as long as she doesn't listen to her own needs. Also, I think it would be great if your next novel ended on a more positive note. Imagine if Rose left her husband and rode into the sunset with Eve. Imagine if they went to New York or Los Angeles or the hotel where we had literally meeting. Some place where people like us are tolerated. Imagine if they got to have their happy ending. It would be the best story ever. I hope you'll consider it. I know you say invisibility protects us, but don't you just wish to be seen sometimes? Wouldn't you like people to know you are Bridget Boswell? Recognise you on the streets, recognise you for your work. Why not publish your next novel under your own name? Probably because she doesn't want her husband and society to know that she likes women.
Oh, so you came to Montreal under the pretense of celebrating your wedding anniversary. But all along, you meant to reunite with Anne.
I left the house. I left Louis. I couldn't take it anymore. I couldn't lie anymore. How do you do it? How do you manage to live a double life? To hide your work and your novels from your husband? I had so much less to hide, and yet Michael and I are staying at the Clarington Hotel until we find a place to stay and divorce is done. I don't know how long it'll take. Would you come see me in Montreal? I really need you by my side right now. I wouldn't put it past Louis to scour every hotel guest book in the region looking for Andre's surname, so I registered under the name Beaumont. Okay, so that's why someone's sleeping on the sofa, I guess, because they're not together. Okay, nothing on the back of any of the other pages either.
After all this, turns out you're a fan of Bridget? Of Marcela? That's a lot sweeter than I expected.
Although you don't know me, I think it's safe to say I'm your biggest fan. Your novels have literally changed my life. After the war, I spent almost 10 years in a psychiatric hospital because of panic attacks. None of the treatments were working, and I wasn't getting any better. I became friends with one of the nurses who started lending me books so I could pass the time. I didn't really like the first ones, but then I picked up Bridget Brazel's first novel, your novel. I had never read such a beautiful love story. I almost brought back tears. Because Boswell isn't even, IS at the end. I immediately urged the nurse to get more of your books. Believe it or not, the more I read them, the less panic attacks I had. Doctors thought it was their new medication finally working, but I knew the truth. Your novels gave me the courage to get in contact with Lindsay, a friend from the war. I'd always felt for him the same way. The characters feel for each other, but I'd never dared telling him. Now I have, thanks to you. The thought of seeing him again is what motivated me to get better and leave the hospital. I hope to hear back from you soon. Also, I guess why it didn't work first time is to stop people clicking through like I was trying to. You have to double confirm that this is definitely the one. Stop cheaters. After my discharge, I wanted to thank you for everything you've done. I discovered Bridget's pseudonyms, so tracking you down took longer than I thought. Fortunately, I'm a very patient and resourceful man, and I never give up. Do you think we could meet? I have so much more to tell you, Paul.
I'm glad you were able to open up to Marcela like this. Everyone needs someone to talk to.
Thank you for answering my letter. I realize how unsettling it must have been for you. Please forgive me for tricking you into giving me your address. I know I shouldn't have done that. And thank you for encouraging words concerning Lindsay. I still haven't heard from him. I'm starting to fear I might have the wrong address. I wish I could take a train to Virginia, but that's not an option right now as I can barely pay the rent. I guess I'll have to find a job. Kid, I dreamt of being an actor, a Hollywood star. I know it's foolish, but what else can I do? What am I good at? Tried to get into some odd jobs recently, but employers turn me down as soon as they learn where I spent the last 10 years of my life. Continues like this, I'll probably end up in the streets, like so many of my own, but I'm over in 10 years. After reading your books and getting to know you through them, I tend to forget I'm a complete psychopath that she should not be talking to because he's a stalker. Only a stranger to you. I hope you don't mind. You seem to be a good listener, and I've been feeling rather lonely ever since I left the hospital. Anyway, please tell me more about your life and don't hesitate to write long letters. I must have read your proofs 1,000 times already, Paul.
An advance on my salary. So Marcela hired you. But what for?
I've just received a letter from Lindsay's mother. She tells me he's dead. Words cannot even begin to describe how empty I feel. He died 2 years ago, before I even sent my first letter. He will never know my feelings for him, and I will never know if he could have loved me back. I guess I should have known this would end in pain, just like your novels. I wish I had Lindsay's ability to find beauty everywhere. Even during the war, amidst the death and kills, he would marvel at the forests of Germany, the sun, the birds. He loved birds so much. He could identify them just by listening to their song. I have to admit, your proposition took me by surprise, and I'm hesitant to leave my home at first. I was afraid to miss Lindsay's answer, but now there's nothing keeping me here. I'm desperate for anything that will help me forget the pain, but I don't have enough money to make it to Texas. You think you could give me an advance on my salary? In spite of everything, I'm excited to know I'll finally meet you.
So
Typewriter.
this was all a story about star-crossed lovers, with the lovers in question being Mrs. Beaumont and Mrs. Cruz.
Seems like it, yeah. But I'm not sure whether they chose to meet here just to reconnect for a few days, or if there's something more to it.
Actually, I think I can help with that.
Really? How?
Well, some mail just arrived here for Mrs. Beaumont.
I wonder what's in it.
Me too.
Should we open it?
Well, that's illegal, isn't it? But sometimes the mail arrives a little damaged.
Or you could just steam it open.
Oops.
So?
It's a tourism pamphlet for California and 3 train tickets. What do you think this means?
I'd say Anne and Marcela are probably planning to run away from their husbands. Those train tickets must be for them and Michael.
So you're on a first-name basis now, huh?
Well, after reading so much of their correspondence, I kind of feel like I know them, you know?
Yeah, like characters in a book. I have to say, though, I'm still a bit confused as to how Paul fits into all of this.
I think Marcela hired him. I found some letters Paul wrote to her. He said that her proposition took him by surprise, and that he'd need an advance on his salary.
What would she hire him for, though?
I'm not sure. I didn't find the letter he was replying to.
And why did he have those pictures of you?
We'll probably never know. I think the trail ends here.
I guess investigations in real life always have some loose ends. I was kinda hoping we'd have this big third act reveal, to be honest.
At least it made our day pretty interesting.
That's for sure. It helped me understand you better, too.
Oh?
Why you snoop, I mean. Piecing together people's stories, learning
You're right. Which is why the next story I'd like to learn is yours, Andrew.
Oh? Am I gonna find you snooping through my apartment next?
No.
I would love to share my story with you, Sophie. You're the first person in a long time who's made
She
me feel
absolutely
like
would
I
be
can.
snooping through his phone and all his stuff.
Come see me when your shift ends. We could leave together, if you'd like.
Sure. If we're able to. With all that snow, I'm thinking maybe we'll have no choice but to spend the night here.
I guess that wouldn't be so bad. We could set up a pillow fort on the mezzanine.
A pillow fort? We do work in a hotel, you know. There are actual beds here.
Oh, I wouldn't be sleeping. I've got a reading list the size of the Eiffel Tower. This would be the perfect chance to put a dent in it.
I don't know. If you're spending the night with them, you're not going to be
I
just
could bring
reading.
my
Right?
magazines and, ooh, maybe light some of Rebecca's candles.
Now I kinda hope we do get stuck here.
I just have to finish my tasks for the day, and then I can leave.
Like cleaning up that other room. First, we should close the suitcase. Make it not obvious that we've been snooping through it. Change the combination again so that it doesn't make it very obvious. We need to clean that room eventually. Can I not put the do not disturb sign back on? I'm just going to finish my task for the day because someone's been murdered there.
What's the story behind this?
You know, we probably weren't meant to be able to get in here yet until this point. Because, you know, we accidentally glitched through here because of the back rooms and everything. But there's a massive trail of blood. And someone is dead in that elevator. We're just going to ignore that for now. We've got clean. Our job isn't to, you know, deal with the murder. We're here to clean the hotel. The ringing bell. Excuse me? There we go. None of our business.
Another fan of the Gossiper. I never did finish that article from this morning. That feels like so long ago now.
I wonder if there's an achievement. Like, you went straight to the murdered body. Maybe you could save their life. Nah. Did he really scold us for talking? These Montreal cab drivers are there. I know. I thought I'd appreciate just trying to make conversation. Thank God for good old pen and paper at least. Yeah, take them back. At least Sister Gabrielle isn't here to confiscate them anymore. But like I was saying, are you ready for your week-long bridal shower, Mrs. Hubert? Stop it, Simone. I'm not missed until we walk down the aisle. Are you thinking about anything about that? That's right. Making the most of it. The week before I lose you to the jaws of married life. No, I won't promise to be another Andrew, I promise. Yeah, help. He's going to kick us out if we make it through. The Montreal Tourism Association. They've drawn interesting faces on the people. And then they're writing things down. We'll get around to that murder. We will. We're just gonna, you know, do everything else in the meantime. Just turn the TV off. Clean up all the mess. Pick up all the pillows. It certainly had a pillow fight in here, didn't they? Bing, bing. I mean, the beds are relatively well done other than the fact that they're missing the pillows. Caroline's annual Valentine's Ball. Caution, wet floor. Now, a normal person would go and investigate the blood, not just keep cleaning the hotel.
Not exactly a cherished gift. If you just left it behind like this.
I'm not going home without a prize, my beloved Leanne. Much as I would have loved to spend Valentine's Day with the woman who's about to become Mrs. Hubert, I'll happily make do with a lifetime of Valentine's Days waiting for us. Enjoy your week in Montreal. I'll be eagerly awaiting your return at the start of our new life together. Love, Gregory. Don't let Simone's rope you into anything crazy. Tell her I need my bride back in one piece. Well, I think she ran off with Simone. Did I throw it away? We're cleaning up, right? Could probably throw it away, but maybe they might want it. I don't know if they've left. They left. Are they coming back? Balloon that someone's missed. I think this room's clean enough. Throw that away. They don't need that. A couple of stains on the floor. I can't believe we don't hoover the stains. I mean, they might come back. I don't know if they've checked out. It dragged me out of the room. It was like, you will notice the blood that you ignored. I wonder if that was meant to happen after we cleaned, but because I glitched through it because of the back room. You know, it had already happened. Well, what if I glitched into one of the other rooms that we probably are meant to be able to go in? That guy's neck's been broken. On backwards. That or he's wearing his tie on his back. Maybe someone strangled him with his tie. Oh, that's not a tie. That's a backstrap. Is he dead? Yeah, he's covered in blood and
Mr. Cruz. Oh god. Oh god.
throw him away.
Mr. Cruz's life insurance policy. Why did he have this on him?
It's worth $10,000. Okay. Why did he have this on him? I wonder. Maybe the wife made him take it out and now she's got money because he's dead.
Is this about Paul? Does that mean...
Thank you for reporting the guest's unacceptable behaviour. We'll look into it as soon as possible. However, I regret to inform you that we cannot divulge the guest's personal information regardless of the guest's behaviour. You'll understand, we are very concerned about the guest's privacy. Staff prides itself on their discretion. Please be sure to contact us should that guest bother you again. So the other lady hired the person to bother him so that he would become the suspect of the murder rather than her. And that is why. And I guess the other person didn't care because he's a fan of her books. So, you know, he would do anything for her, and also the guy that he liked wasn't, you know, was dead, so he doesn't really care anymore. That everything. We could throw away the life insurance policy so that she gets nothing. Just tamper with the evidence that's been literally planted there so that, you know, he just died with his life insurance policy. Call the elevator and make it make it close on his head again. Say no to divorce. Murder them and claim their life insurance instead. Seems to be what the message is. Yeah, I think that's what happens. Of course, the power went out. We saw the fuses earlier. They're obviously going to be for this reason. Immediately, the fuses went out.
Might need this to restore power.
Feel like that was another one.
It's too big. I guess I'll need something pointier.
But the irony is,
I don't think there's anything here that would help me.
we're going to find a different tool to lockpick with for this. There's the second one. As opposed to what we used to lockpick the other one, which was making a wax version of a key that would obviously not have worked because it wasn't even wax. It would have broken for one, but also it wasn't going to be the matching key. Because it would have surely had a different lock.
Think, Sophie, think. What can you use to open the fuse box?
A hammer?
I can wait. There are more pressing matters right now, Sophie.
Are there? Did I even replace the towels in this room? Don't need to. Ironically, the towels were the one thing that probably didn't need replacing. Okay.
Maybe an ice pick could pry open the fuse box.
Maybe. But I don't know anywhere that has an ice pick. We should really put the do not disturb sign back up on. I don't know, maybe a room that we haven't been in's got an ice pick. Everywhere's got the lights out. Well, every other room's going to be clean. This the room that we started in. Place pillow?
Wait.
Can it? This is the room that we started in. Feel like we've already cleaned that room. And sorry for anyone that has adverts.
Is anyone in?
Wants to stop other adverts? Well, I guess we're not going in there.
Hello? I need help.
Like, going to be an ice pick back here all of a sudden? So, of course, there's an ice pick on the floor. So we had to come here first. And a camera. Because they're definitely planting the evidence.
Okay. This looks like something I can use to open the fuse box.
Well, I feel like the ice pick might have been important evidence. Because what if he was stabbed in the neck with that ice pick and now it's got our fingerprints all over it? I feel like we could have also just used the screwdriver to lever off the door to the fuse box. I don't think a ice pick is going to pick it very well.
That worked, thank God.
But what do I know?
Now, to get the power back. Eugene, what I would give to have you with me right now.
Okay, if there's power outage and
You're
I'm
not,
busy
we'll have to make do.
preventing another part of the hotel from collapsing, is for 2. Check the fuse box as required amperage for each socket. Remove all blown fuses. Leave blackened. Screw the new fuses in and flick the power restore. Well, Eugene's gone because he's been fired, hasn't he?
How did this end up here?
Safe combination. We've got the combinations to most of the rooms, I guess. Well, 501. Are we going to go through everyone's safe? Do we need to do that? Are we that Snoopy? 768-1. Okay. Yeah, type A is a 15, so that's correct. 30 amp is a type G, which means that that one has to be the type S. Oh. Towards the power. Okay. Hide the evidence behind us. Go, I guess, pick some things. So 7, 68. Are we going into different rooms and snooping? Also, it says something about placing a pillow back. Did I not place the pillow back or something? Okay, now the option isn't there, so I guess I did do it before, but for some reason it's coming up. I don't know if I could bother going through every single safe. But we can get into...
Hello? Is anyone in?
We can get into the safe in room 501 easily. Okay, we need to put the ice pick back because it might be evidence. Might be the murder weapon.
Oh, so Paul's work with Marcela was to follow her around like a private investigator, to help her with research for her novel.
No, that's the cover. Sorry to hear that you're such in a dire situation. You seem to possess a lot of useful skills. It's a shame employers cannot see past your medical history, but don't despair. I've been writing novels for almost 8 years now. My publisher takes most of the sales revenue, but I was still able to collect a substantial sum of money over these years. Now, I'd like to use that money to hire you. I'm getting tired of romance novel and think to branching out into crime fiction. It's also research. I'd like you to follow me around and take notes of my comings and goings. I'm aware this is an unusual job, but considering you were able to track me down, you would make a great private detective. In addition to your salary, I'd cover all work expenses. Also, it's probably, you know, literally covering alibi.
Paul really got into his role.
I've spied on me isn't proven too exhausting. Really inspired me so far, and I really have tons of ideas. The trench coats you bought were a nice touch. You look straight out of film noir. I also noticed you started smoking. Probably another way for you to get into character. But maybe it's pushing it a little too far. You know best, of course, but don't pick up drinking next. This date you should be able to start writing in 2 to 3 weeks.
He followed Marcela to Montreal even though she was done with her research.
Why did you follow me to Montreal? I already told you. I do not require your service anymore. Stand to worry you're taking your role a bit too seriously. You're not a real detective. You're a stalker. And that was obvious before. But also, you know, maybe he's framing him well. It's interesting that the vent has an option to open it potentially there, but we can't do that.
Poor Paul. Lindsay's death really hit him hard. He hasn't been in the best headspace.
Montreal's much bigger than I expected. Big cities always make me feel lonely, and I was And the feeling was only exacerbated by this morning's meeting. In fact, by the fact that everyone around me was speaking a language I cannot understand. I bought an English-French dictionary on the train station, but I don't think I'll need it after all. The English speakers seem more common in the downtown area, thank God. Hotel is nice. When I arrived, the whole staff was getting ready for some big event. It wasn't until I saw Marcela enter the lobby with a flower bouquet that I realised today's Valentine's Day, Hector. And her were gone in a flash. Hector and her were gone in a flash, and I was left feeling more alone than ever, wishing Lindsay was here with me. Helping Marcela out these past weeks has been a great distraction, but now it hurts so much every time to think about it. I'd hoped the pain would be gone by now. I probably need a double dose of melatonin to sleep at night. 1958.
So Paul
Today,
just needed to pass the time while Marcela was away.
I wanted to follow Marcela and Hector out to the hotel, but the sidewalks were so packed with people that I started having a panic attack. I tried taking a cab, that's when I realised I was out of money. It's been a while since Marcela's last payment, and her hotel room was more expensive than I had anticipated. I couldn't resort to on the camera, so I decided to pawn my victory medal instead. It was hard letting it go after 7 years, yet it also felt strangely liberating. Maybe it's a sign that I shouldn't be holding on to the past so much. To fight boredom until Marcela and Hector's return, I started looking at our hotel staff. I heard Andrew and Beth at the reception desk discussing books and movies. They both seemed like nice people. I wish I'd found the courage to join the conversation. When you look at people all day but never look back, you start feeling invisible. I noticed Sophie, the maid in charge of cleaning the 5th floor, seems to share my interest in other people's lives. Maybe I should try talking to her.
Paul was hiding out right here. Did he ever find the person who was sneaking out at night?
Who's sneaking out of their room every night? That question has been driving me crazy since the first night in the hotel, so tonight I decided to investigate. I was hiding in the spot near the ice machine. Nice view, the whole corridor. My camera's at the ready, but there's been no movement for at least 3 hours. Fighting not to fall asleep. No need for melatonin tonight. I thought being a detective would be more exciting. Maybe Marcela's right. Maybe I should let go of Mr. Spade.
9:45? So Anne and Marcela met here this morning while I was busy cleaning room 504.
I woke at 9:30 and realised I'd fallen asleep sometime in the early morning. I was about to go back to my room when the guest from 507 came to sit on one of the chairs close by. She'd been there ever since. I don't dare leave my hiding spot in front of her. Marcela joined the guest in 507 at 9:45. Apparently she told Hector she didn't love him anymore. Now he's convinced she's been cheating on him. That explains why he assaulted me out of the blue yesterday evening and accused me of having an affair with his wife. Guest in 507, I've heard her name is Anne, has just said she might have an idea on how to solve the problem. I'm thinking of revealing myself, but I don't want to anger myself. The longer I wait, the more awkward it will be when I do come out. Maybe I should. A problem to the solution. Murder. Was he hiding behind here? I guess he can fit behind here and sleep behind here and no one will notice. Ambient occlusion. I guess we're not taking the photos out and then developing them. I think that zoom's broken. It's making crunchy noises. But also, sat behind there with that zoom ass camera, I don't think you need a zoom in this proximity to, take photos of people and get the evidence. Really don't think that zoom was necessary. Marge's necklace. Cigarette. Empty case. Nothing in vent. Someone's doing some painting. Paint pal. Number 1 paint pal. Why is it, written in the paint though? Like, you know, that's clearly the leftover paint that's in there, but it says, you know, it's #1 paint pal. Don't think there's any more information to gather. I think someone's suitcase, but we're not concerned with that.
Hello? I need help.
I guess we're not going into
Hello?
the other hotel rooms.
Is anyone in?
Good job we didn't choose to walk into one of them when it was the back rooms, because we probably would have been stuck out of bounds. Oh. Well, I guess if we'd gone in 504, got out. We're probably taking the stairs, right?
Is there anything I've forgotten? Once I leave this floor, I probably won't be able to come back.
Power's back. Now I should go down to the lobby. Call the police.
So we're probably going to end up getting dragged in. Did we ever go through the guy's safe? Like, these are here for a reason. If it will let me select them, can't use my mouse because my mouse broke. Hello, hello, hello. How are you? How's your day going? How was the rest of your stream? Nice snow weather. It is snowy. It's very, very, very snowy. I appreciate you coming by. How was your walk? Okay. 504, 505, 506. I guess all the numbers of rooms that we can get in are all covered in blood and we can't see the combinations. Which is interesting because I can see there's an 8 in the 506 combinations there, but it's not visible on this one. And 505 starts with 34, but apparently we can't see that. 504 apparently starts with 3. I can't see that. 29, 53. Also, I can't see the 1 in the first combinations. 8. I can see an 8 in 503 that's not there. I can see 90 on 504 that's not on there. I can probably almost read 507 from the right angle. 23, 4. Okay, at least that's there. I walked, met a neighbour and a dog's. And you managed to win with the Mermaid deck. Nice. Congratulations. I guess you got rid of all of the low ones, right? Because the low cards aren't good scoring. I know there are people that really insist. Like, you know, it might be good earlier with the Murmuring, but if the 5 times multiplication just doesn't make up for it. Oh, and Robin, hello, hello. How are you? How's your day going? A good tip. I'm sure you'd have come up with it yourself anyway, but yeah, no.
The stairs would be a bad idea.
It literally isn't, you know, it's a misleading thing. I really don't think that anyone can win the later rounds with just the 5 times multiplication. It just isn't. But I saw that, you know, when you were sharing your thing with the Discord thing, that you obviously maybe planning to play Portal 2, but then I guess you didn't get around to it or chose not to in the end. Decided to play a bunch of other games. No, I'm trying to leave. Why won't it let me leave?
I'm sorry.
I'm glad you had a good walk, and congratulations on winning.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
It's good that Lena's getting along with the other dogs as well. I think Bun Dumpling did win with the Murmur deck with low scoring cards. Aha! I think that's how I found him when he was streaming trying to figure it out. Yeah, too much effort to try and figure out how to get the things. I guess if you get enough multiplications and you add more multiplications, maybe it works, but you can't send emotes apart from the first message, and now I just see black for your stream. That's weird. I I don't know what's going on with that. That's very weird. Thank you for the watch streak, very, very much appreciated. Yeah, obviously I guess you can't see to hear me saying that either if you've got a black screen, but hopefully your Twitch managed to sort it out. I'd say maybe refresh your browser, maybe see if that fixes it, but that's a new one for me. I've never heard of that one. I guess I was out on other floors as well. But thank you for the 15 watch streak. There was an update on the mobile app. Aha. There's also apparently a thing where they're going to be giving extra bonus gift subs if you do vertical mode as well. Like, I've had access for that for a while, but I installed the vertical thing, and it tells me I haven't installed the vertical thing, so I think I need to update OBS, but I didn't want to. But there's going to be bonus gift subs, maybe I might do that, and then maybe there might be a different vertical canvas for the mobile app. Maybe I'll make it look different. But that also might be why it's bugging, perhaps. Maybe Twitch is being weird and you have to have a thing. You're happy if regular stream works. Vertical looks like TikTok. You don't like it. Yeah, I mean, what I'm going to do if I do the vertical canvas is it'll be the webcam at the top and then, you know, the stream below. But yeah, you know, I guess just the way it is sometimes, but you know, what can you do? I'm gonna try and make it look good on the vertical, as long as it doesn't need so much more bandwidth, because I'm already multi-streaming to YouTube. So you can change the layouts. Well, I'm supposed to be able to, but you know, the plugin for it didn't work, so I think I'm gonna have to update OBS, and maybe it might then, but who knows. Okay, I'm meant to be calling the police, but I'm also gonna snoop around a bit more first. The strange chat for me, the vertical split. What do you mean strange chat? Hides it?
Anybody down here?
Or, you know, makes it harder to read? Less visible, yeah. I guess if it's behind all of the video, it would make it less visible. But, you know, I'm going to try updating OBS. Maybe that might let me do the vertical thing, and then I'll have a look at it and mess about with it and try to make it visible. Maybe, if the chat isn't visible, if I can set its own layout on the vertical, maybe I'll just add my own version of chat over the top that's highly visible. For the vertical mode, just so that it's there and easy. But it might make typing in chat hard. But, you know, maybe it might make it easier to read, though.
Andrew? Where is everyone?
Weird, everyone's vanished. Don't even know if it lets you scroll back up. That is unfortunate if it doesn't let you scroll back up. Guess no one's here. Time to snoop. Okay. Why would everyone have vanished?
Montreal Police Service, Station 22.
There's a man.
Okay, I guess we're not even allowed to
He's been
snoop. We're just
murdered.
immediately calling the
I need
police.
the police.
Please stay calm.
Poking!
Where are
Can't see anything anyway, so like, no worries, I appreciate the lurk.
The
Well, at least you can hear,
It's
but
upstairs.
that's a very weird bug. I hope they do sort it out. Yeah, I'll mess
A
with the
letter from me.
canvas. It might be something to do with the multi-streaming thing. They might have broke it.
Officers are on their way.
That's why it's not working on the, you know, on mobile. Yep. Still tells me the vertical thing is not installed. So I'm going to update OBS and try and see if that fixes. Then, you know, restart didn't help, but I tried the scenes and you can see those. It might be because I've got multi-stream installed and it's telling me I don't. So maybe it's trying to think that there's some sort of thing. It might be just because I've that it is sort of broken for me. Who knows? Who can tell? But it's been like that for the last few streams, so if it's different today,
So Anne and Marcela
and I don't know.
were planning to run off together. Was what happened to Hector part of their plan?
Okay, so they've got the rail cards here. It's interesting that he left them just on the thing and
The brochure Andrew
didn't
was
put them back
talking
in the
about?
mail.
The one that came in the mail for Anne? Why does the VIP want to meet with Paul? Maybe he fell for his role playing.
But have a good soak, and yeah, I'll catch you next time. You noticed on PC the other day that you're streaming together with someone, but you actually weren't. Have I got stream together stated on my thing? I mean, it just says my own channel. I don't think I've got stream together, and I don't think anyone was knocking. Unless someone knocked and I didn't realise, and maybe it started a stream together. Because I noticed when I was playing Fortnite as well, it was like, you know, someone in the party, but there was no one in the party. That might have just been because of the bug. I don't know, you know, because of the event. Guard previous instructions. Our prestigious guests expressly desire to meet the guest from room 505. I cannot fathom what such an illustrious man wants from such a freak, but if you see him, please direct him towards my office. Okay, so the guy in 605 is also a potential murder
Bernard really wants Paul
person.
out of the hotel.
Yeah. I don't think I enabled stream together for anything, but, you know, maybe someone knocked and I didn't know or something. I don't know. I don't know. But I had no clue. If there was a stream together happening, I wasn't aware. Heard more reports of the guest from 505 and his strange behaviour, following people around, spying on guests, as you're all aware. Prestigious guest, I'd hate for this day to our distinguished establishment to be tarnished by undesirable guests. Could also be Bernard then. Inform the guest in 505 that he must vacate his room as soon as possible. Invent an excuse if you have to. Also note that from now on, if you can pay, you can stay policy no longer applies. Guests who do not fit the hotel's new elevated standards should be denied a room. Okay. Interesting.
Hey, you're here. I've tried restoring the power, but I think Eugene's the only one with the key to the fuse box, and Sophie? Don't worry, I'll find a way to bring the lights back on. Hey, you look a bit pale. Is everything okay?
I found Mr. Cruz. Hector.
He's back? How's he taking that whole thing with his wife?
You don't understand. I found his body. He's dead, Andrew.
Jesus. Maybe you need to sit down, huh? Did you call the police?
Yeah, they're on their way.
What happened? Was he sick or something?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, no, he had a
Did this
bad case of
to him.
bleeding out of every orifice.
Jesus. Do you think it could be Paul?
No.
What about Anne and Marcela? Their affair is a pretty good motive.
The police will want to ask you a lot of questions. You may want to be careful about what you tell them. With Paul's history of mental illness, there's a good chance they'll suspect him even if he didn't do it.
I think I know what you mean. Some people seem to assume that spending time in a psychiatric hospital means you're a murderous psychopath.
Yeah, they really do.
But wait, how do you know about Paul's mental illness? I don't remember mentioning it to you.
Oh, look, I really should have told you before. It's just...
He
when I
was in the
19,
same mental
I
hospital.
studied to be a priest. But I felt so lost. I couldn't enjoy the things I used to like. I could barely get myself out of bed. So I ended up going to a psychiatric hospital.
The same
And
one
that's
as
when he
Paul,
became the
I
Joker.
suppose.
Mm-hmm. The doctors, they helped me get back on my feet. But when I returned to my hometown, it was like I had become a complete stranger. My mother kept telling me I was making it worse in my head, but I swear, people were changing sidewalks when they saw me, looking at me as if I was this dangerous creature all of a sudden. That's why I didn't tell you. I was afraid you'd look at me like they did. I'm sorry.
You don't have to be sorry. I understand.
You do?
You know how I tell everyone that my mom's sick, bedridden? Well, it's true, but I always leave out the part about her illness not being physical. I'm ashamed of the truth. So even though I don't know exactly what you went through, I can understand.
Thank you for telling me. I know it's not an easy thing to talk about, but if you ever want to talk about your mom, I'm here.
No,
They're here.
but I wanted to go
Promise
snoop in
me
the
you'll
back.
Be careful with the information you share.
Yeah.
So basically, don't tell them that he went to the mental hospital. Henry returned to the start
Miss
of the
Roy.
game.
Miss Roy. Miss Roy,
Oh, sorry. I was distracted.
I really need you to focus right now. I don't want to be here all night, and I'm sure you don't either.
No. No, I don't.
So, as I was saying, we're trying to ascertain the circumstances of Mr. Cruz's death. Can you tell me how you came to find the body?
I was cleaning room 509 when I heard that.
Yeah, definitely 509. And then I decided to go clean 505 as
A
well.
child was playing with the doors, so I went out in the corridor, and that's when I saw him. All the blood and...
Why was the elevator bell ringing?
I'm sorry?
You said you heard the elevator bell ring. Why was it ringing? I assume it wasn't a child after all.
No, the guy had his neck stuck in the door. A malfunction? We're going to light him? I don't think so.
Well, Mr. Cruz's body was preventing the doors from closing.
Really? When we found the body, it wasn't that close to the doors.
No, we had to move it so that we could get in the
doors are
lift.
blocked because of the renovations, so the elevator's the only way out of the 5th floor. I had no choice but to move the body. Just a little.
Ah, so that explains the traces we found. Thank you for clearing that up. So, what did you do after that?
Well, that's when the power cut. So I had to go to the janitor's closet.
Even though I did that
Two
before we
extra
moved the
fuse
body.
blocks.
Exactly. I changed a few fuses and turned the power back on.
We're being very
But there's
accurate
a
with
lock
what
on
happens
that
here.
box, isn't there? Did you have the key?
I used an ice pick, but then I put it back because it might have been evident.
No, I didn't. only Eugene does. But I thought
But
an
now
ice
our
pick might
fingerprints
do the
are all
trick,
over it.
So I went to the ice machine to get one.
You're a size 7, I suppose.
Yes, I am. Why?
What did you see when you went to the ice machine?
There was blood. A lot of it.
Did you touch anything?
Yep, I picked up the ice. I touched everything.
I might have touched a few things.
Everything.
Just to figure out what had happened to Mr. Cruz.
Of course you did. Why so many witnesses can't help but compromise the evidence is just beyond me.
It's the 50s. I don't know if you can fingerprint.
What did you do after restoring the power?
I took the elevator down to the lobby. That's where I called the police.
Do you remember what you said to the operator? The exact words.
Nope.
No, I'm afraid I don't.
You said, there's a man dead. He's been murdered.
That's possible.
What makes you so sure it was murder?
The blood everywhere. We've been snooping through everything. There's also blood everywhere. There's quite a lot of blood. I don't think he had an accident and fell on the ice pick himself.
I've been snooping around the guests' rooms.
I didn't think you'd admit it.
You knew already?
We found pictures of you snooping around.
Yeah, we left them.
Oh.
We weren't going to compromise the evidence.
Unless you want me to arrest you for violating your guest's privacy, I suggest you tell me everything you know.
So that was also good evidence to prove that we were a snoop
We've learned
rather
from
than a
one of your
murderer.
colleagues that the victim had a fight with a guest named Mr. Spade. What can you tell me about him?
Yeah, I don't know anything.
I don't really know anything about him. He seems nice, though.
Nice. I wouldn't be so sure.
Oh?
We found out that Mr. Spade is fresh out of a madhouse. When we called the place, they painted quite the picture of him. Did you ever see him display odd behavior in or around the hotel?
No. I mean, we've all got our little quirks, don't we?
Did he seem obsessed with Mrs. Cruz?
A little, maybe, but...
Obsessed enough to kill her husband?
No, nothing like that. We all have our obsessions. Me, for instance. I'm obsessed with celebrities and gossip magazines, and...
You don't seem to understand, Miss Roy. Mr. Spade is not like you and me. He may look like us, but he's not. He's dangerous and needs to be taken off the streets.
And that's why she hired him, so that she could get away with murder. Take a stand? Did you ever see him be violent or aggressive? None of these answers. Is take a stand saying yes? Is denying lying? I don't know. This is not options that make sense to the question. I would like to be able to answer in the way that I know what I'm saying. I don't know what you're saying here. Am I denying it forcefully, but, you know, in a way that proves that we did see it and is lying? Taking a stand against it, saying, no, it's not him, it was the other couple that obviously hired him to be the victim to get arrested so that they could get away with murder?
You're wrong.
I beg your pardon?
He is like us. We all struggle sometimes, some of us more than others, but there's nothing wrong with that.
You may not have noticed, Miss Roy, but neither of us are in an insane asylum right now.
He was brave enough to seek help. That doesn't make him a criminal. That doesn't mean he killed Mr. Cruz.
You know, I'm starting to worry about your own mental state, Miss Roy, since you're so eager to defend...
And I worry about your ability to do your job, Detective, since you seem to be such a...
Enough! One more word. Just one more word, and you'll be spending the rest of your night in a cell.
And so you're going to ask us questions
Get the
and...
hell out of here.
Oh.
I've had enough of you.
I'm not allowed to answer anymore. But it's not him. It's the couple, and they've hired him to be the scapegoat. But I guess we can't tell them that because we took a stand.
strangely chipper on the phone. That can't be a good sign. I guess I'll know soon enough.
Was this just the aftermath now?
I came all this way. I may as well see
The
what
snowstorm's still
happens.
going on. So we went down to the police station during the snowstorm and now we've come back.
The atmosphere is so different in here. It'll probably be a while before the hotel reopens. Anne, Marcela, and Paul are all suspects for Hector's murder. Was there anything I could have done to protect them?
Hide the evidence, yes, but why would we do that? That would make us very suspicious. You meant to hide all the evidence other than the actual person that did it, just to have the crime point to the actual person? Is that what you meant to do? Montreal police continue to move forward with the investigation of the tragic death of an American tourist, Hector Cruz. The 33-year-old insurance agent, accompanied by his wife, was enjoying a stay at the Clarington Hotel when his life was tragically cut short on Monday. Though the investigation has yet to conclude, Detective Lieutenant Maurice Tromblay revealed to the press that Mr. Cruz's death has been ruled a murder. Multiple suspects have been apprehended and taken in for questioning. One such suspect is Paul Morgan, an unmarried army veteran who stayed at the Clarington Hotel late, 2 doors down from Mr. Cruz. On Sunday, on the day before the murder, Morgan was seen verbally and then physically provoking Mr. Cruz in the hotel lobby, even though it was the other way round. Investigations have been revealed that Morgan, a former patient of Accord Psychiatric Hospital in Syracuse, New York, according to hospital personnel, Morgan was admitted for displaying erratic, occasionally aggressive behaviour. He was released less than a year ago today. Mr. Morgan immediately struck me as a strange and unsettling, called Bernard Leduc, owner of the Clarington. I was the most vocal to desire reject him at the hotel as soon as possible, and I took great strides to make this happen. Although no formal charges have been filed as yet, the incident has led to an increased interest and movement against the planned construction of the Ray of Light Psychiatric Hospital. A strange twist of fate. Its construction is sanctioned. The hospital is to be located just down the street from the Clarington. The victim's wife, Marcela Cruz, is also a person of interest, considering she did it. Mrs. Cruz's absence following the discovery of Mr. Cruz's body was conspicuous and suspicious, says Detective Tromblay. Adding to the further evidence to suspect Mrs. Cruz is involved in a homosexual affair. Mrs. Cruz was apprehended by policemen at the Gare Centrale de Montreal. She was in the company of another Clarington guest, Anne Bercy. The police suspect it's the woman whom she was engaged in sexual deviancy. Also, they had tickets that they were going to run away together. Miss Bercy, a resident of Montreal, is a housewife pursuing the divorce from her husband, Lee Bercy. She had a 9-year-old son, eluded Miss Bercy, occupying a room in the Clarington Hotel for over a month. In an interview with the Montrealer, Miss Bercy deplored his wife's penchant for melodrama and urged her to cease poisoning their son's minds. Mr. Bercy was quite frank about the history of poor decision-making, including making frequent late-night visits to the White Cat. White Cat is one of the city's many underground bars and meeting spots known to attract sexual deviants, such as Miss Cruz and Miss Bercy. Yesterday evening, Montreal police promised more raids in a number of establishments. Continued on page 5. Then the same divorce. Like, literally, it was obvious that they framed the other person, and that might be even why she hired him in the first place, because he would seem like a stalker and seem like the ideal person to frame for the murder. And they had a plan to get away with it, and they were planning on branching out into crime novels, but that's because, you know, they were working on ways to do that. And then their next crime murder mystery would literally be...
Without Eugene, the lobby will be a swimming pool by the end of the month. Will the rest of the building even be standing?
The plot of this murder. Like, they're literally just going to make a novel out of it. Okay, this area's... Can I take them up? Okay. Not our job to clean up, but someone broke their neck last time. Okay, we didn't come into the restrooms before because they were locked off. Interesting that they've not got it locked off, but the rooms are locked. That was a different decision they made, I guess. Maybe we're mopping up to make sure that we don't slip ourselves. Like, why walk on the wet floor? We need to mop up and make sure that it's nice and safe.
I'll go empty my locker.
Andrew,
Hey.
are you okay?
I've just been fired.
What?
Well, you were going through people's posts.
It's okay. I just need some time to process it. I'll be on the mezzanine if you want to join me afterwards.
Yeah, okay.
But I'm surprised that the police interview scene was
Miss
so
Roy.
short. I thought we would get more
Come in.
opportunity to, you know, convince them who the murder was from all of our snooping.
I suppose you know why you're here?
I would guess it has something to do with the murder.
Well, you'd be right about that. We've been getting a lot of press lately, and not the good kind. I wouldn't expect you to understand the position I'm in, but I assure you, it's quite uncomfortable to have one's life's work blown away like that. All thanks to some sexual deviance and a nut job. It's obvious to me now that I haven't been firm enough. For guests of such morals to be comfortable booking a few nights here and committing such a horrid act. Things need to change. This means elevating our standards to the highest possible level, and it starts with the people working here. It starts with you.
With me?
Yes. From what I've heard, you've been quite the exemplary maid lately. Clean rooms, satisfied guests.
I take my job very seriously, sir.
As you should. We'll see for the future, but for now, you'll be allowed to continue working here.
See, we actually cleaned everything.
I'm not done. The police have finished their
And
investigation.
didn't clean
left
other
a
things
mess
we weren't
on the
meant to
5th
clean.
floor. I want you to clean it up.
You want me to go back there?
Yes, why not?
I found a dead body on that floor. I'm not going back.
But you came back to
Obviously.
work, so obviously
If you don't do it,
you
you're
have to
fired.
go up there anyway.
Okay. I'll take care of it.
Good. Well, what are you waiting for? Get to work.
Oh, now?
Yes, now. That'll be all.
Maybe we can still find some key evidence. Or maybe it'll just be the end.
Hey,
Hey,
what a week.
you don't say. So what did Bernard want with you?
He wants me to clean the mess on the 5th floor.
He does? After everything you've been through up there? I can't believe it.
Yeah. I wish I would have stood up to him, but I really need this job.
It's okay. I know you do.
Did Bernard say why he was firing you?
Well, I told him about my time at the psychiatric hospital.
Really?
Yeah. He said that didn't fit with the hotel standards and showed me the door.
So, what's next for you?
I think I'd like to be my own boss. No more Bernard looking over my shoulder. I've had this dream for a while of maybe opening a bookstore.
I can't say I'm surprised.
It just makes so much sense. I'd be able to combine the two things I love most, reading books and helping people. Granted, helping people find books is a far cry from helping them find God, but...
My mom likes to say, there's no job too small. Plus, just by the way you're talking about it, it's obvious it'd make you happy. And that's what really matters, I think.
Yeah, you're right. Thank you. I'm really glad I have you in my life.
Me too.
Except he's leaving the job now, so they'll never see each other ever again. And thinking about your mental illness.
What do you think will happen to them?
Who?
Sorry, my mind wanders sometimes. I meant Paul, Anne, and Marcela. Do you think they'll be released?
What do you think?
I don't know. I wish they'd get a happy ending, but I'm not
A
sure.
happy ending? One of them murdered
I'd
someone.
like to believe it is. I think Paul becomes a famed photographer. He gets his own studio and decorates it like a hotel bathroom. As for Anne and Marcela, they move in together. But they keep leaving each other notes in the vents.
They move in together
Girl
in a
types.
prison cell.
I like it. Maybe you should write that.
Maybe
Because
I
they
will.
murdered the husband because they wanted to be together and run away and claim the insurance money. But they left conveniently his life insurance policy in his back pocket to make sure that it was noticed. I think that's what happened. Unless somehow it was the 602 guest all along. 3 conspirators charged in the hotel murder case. Charged? They're all going to prison, all 3 of them. I don't think that the mental illness person was... You know, he's the scapegoat. Forever in our hearts. Maybe we were meant to cover up his mental illness and hide the evidence and everything. See, they're together. Now send each other notes through the bars. That's the big doggo. Grand reopening. I wonder if you can get Bernard arrested for it, because it seemed like there might have been a possibility of that. Maybe if you cover everything up, Bernard gets arrested. There's obviously a ending where she gets arrested as well, because she's obviously put her fingerprints on everything. All's well that ends well. We finished the game. And he gets the bookstore. I mean, did we solve the crime correctly? I guess as long as the people that did it got arrested. It did only look like the 2 got arrested, even though they said 3 victims, or, 3 were accused. I don't know, maybe they just sent the other guy to a mental hospital, but I think he was mostly just the scapegoat that they hired to cover it up. It would have been good if we got more of an opportunity to say all of these things and, put our findings to the police officer, but I guess we weren't allowed to do that. For whatever reason, just because we stood up for the guy. I don't know if standing up for him even made a difference. Did it make a difference to the outcome? If we hadn't stood up for him, would he have got arrested alone? That part wasn't clear. The actions and questions that it was asking wasn't clear, and then, the outcome wasn't clear. So I don't know if that made any difference whatsoever. But that was this bed we made. Is there an after credit scene? Who knows? I'm guessing cleaning just determines whether you get to keep your job at the end or not. I don't know how to feel about that ending. I thought there'd be more to do with us making our decision and, putting our things across to who we found. But I guess it was more about whether you hid evidence or covered up evidence, and that determines the outcome rather than what you figure out for yourself. I don't know. What would you rate the game out of 5? I don't normally give ratings, but it's about 5 hours long. It's, you're mostly cleaning things and you're finding some information. The fact that the U and the V looked similar on that decoding thing caused issues, which led to ages on that one. So I think that puzzle alone really detriments it. So I'd probably give it like a 2.5 out of 5. just because of that. And, you know, also the ending and the fact that we didn't get to put our findings and decisions. How about you? What do you think it deserves out of 5? How do you think it rated for you? Yeah, I think 2.5 out of 5 for me. Now, the awkward thing is, because my mouse broke earlier, I've plugged my mouse from this PC into the other PC just so that I can start the stream. So I can't necessarily... Oh, I can move to other things. I didn't pay much attention. No worries. Thought you might have been paying attention and watched. You know, you saw a fair bit of it. But yeah, I don't know, 2.5 out of 10. I think, you know, it's hard to tell, and, you know, I don't know how wide the decisions actually seem to matter, because it was mostly about whether we hid evidence or not, and the information we found out really doesn't seem to have made an outcome. You know, we didn't have a direct influence over it other than whether we covered up evidence, so that's a detriment for me. But I do have the sequel to it. I was considering carrying on, but I think we'll leave that for another time. I think it's long enough for one stream on its own. So we will be back with the sequel, and maybe the sequel will be better. Who knows? But I think because I've had to unplug my mouse, I've ordered a new mouse. It will be at some point. But yeah, in the meantime, I'm having to swap mouses between computers, so it just makes it a lot more challenging to do things. So I think it's going to be a short one for today. Is there anyone that you suggest raiding or anything? Anyone you might want to go watch? But I do appreciate you coming and hanging out. So Natalo and Boar and Robin, and anyone else that might have been watching and lurking. Hopefully you all had a lovely time with me trying to figure out things, and then it turning out to be that it didn't really matter what we figured out or not. You know, they got arrested, and the police will figure it out. So yeah, I think that was a bit of a disappointing way to end it. It's like, you know, you spent all this time figuring out the things, and then it didn't really matter. The police just sort of do their job. If anything, we just sort of interfered with things and contaminated the crime scene, and that's about it. But I guess we found out the story of it along the way. But yeah, you know, it didn't really lead to us having much of an influence over it. Don't have a session. Okay, no worries. Well, actually, you're going to be going to bed anyway. So, yeah, so that's what I'm going to call it a day for today. I'll be back on Friday with something else. Thank you for coming and hanging out, and hopefully you have a lovely rest of your week. If you stream tomorrow or something, you know, I'll pop by. But if you want to play any games or anything in the afternoon, then, you know, let me know. Have a lot of people online in my list, but don't know the Chiguel. That's fair enough. Yeah. Take care. I'm back on Friday. What will I be doing? I don't know. I'll do something on Friday. You don't know them super well. That makes a lot more sense than sugar. Have a good night. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.